Radiant team ban.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WePlay Dota 2 League. I am Mott. Thank you for joining us. We've got a best of two series between Evil Geniuses and 4 Friends plus Krilly. Two teams that have been around for quite some time. Of course, EG having an excellent series against Empire just a couple of moments ago. Going 1-1 in that series, doing very well for themselves. Of course, having a rough first game, but, really having a strong comeback in that second game. Very surprised they were able to, dig that one out, get that done. Meanwhile, 4 Friends plus Krilly, they're having an okay tournament. They've been around for a while with the same roster. They haven't had a whole lot of changes, but pretty excited to cast this one. Looking forward to it. Of course, I always look forward to casting, both of these pro teams, especially EG, of course, with their new roster. Really excited to see what they can bring up here. Been watching them for quite some time now since they had that new roster. Looking forward to seeing what they can do with Universe with Fog joining the team, as well as Mojo Stormstout, someone who isn't too well known, I think, in the community. Of course, he's a big North American Dota player, plays a lot of NEL, and he's a great player as well on top of that. So looking forward to see what he does. Of course, he was playing mid, I think, the last couple of games here. He played the OD in the first game. Really well played there. We're going to see a couple of bans come out right now. We've got the IO, we've got the Darkseer as well coming out for the bans right now. 4 Friends plus Krilly. They're going to go with that Darkseer ban, and then the Visage ban as well. And this is kind of the name of the game, I think, right now, is just get rid of those supports that pretty much are super annoying to deal with. And Naga Siren is one of them. Visage obviously gets banned out as well. And there's that Naga Siren pickup. I mean, if it's available to you, why not go ahead and pick up that hero? I mean, you've got the Ensnare, really great lockdown. The Riptide as well, giving you that minus armor. And, of course, it's just really spammable now with the 10-second cooldown on top of the Song of the Siren, which is really great for setting up some team fights and having good position. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of supports that are decent in the game right now. You could think of a couple. I think Abaddon as well has been somebody that's picked up a lot. If you watch the NEL, it's been kind of first pick, first ban in that particular area. But, of course, there's also, I mean, you think about the Nyx Assassin. I think that hero is still relatively strong. Everyone picks up Rubik still as well. So there's a bunch of supports you can go for as well. And we'll see what they want to do with these first couple of picks here. I mean, they've got, they can go for the Abaddon if they want to. Batrider's not available, as you can see. There's still a couple other supports that are pretty decent as well on top of that. We'll see what they want to go for in terms of carry as well. If they want to go for something like a Lifestealer maybe, which is not super common. Obviously the OD is still available. That's a huge thing, I think, to think about here. I mean, the Outworld Devourer is just so strong. I mean, you saw it in the first game of the last series against Empire. I think that hero is just ridiculously good in terms of the amount of damage you can pump out. I think Sandy's Eclipse, when you get it early on, can dish out a lot of damage as well. They're going to go for the Nature's Prophet, and that'll probably be Universe Nature's Prophet. He's really good at split pushing with that Furion and getting it done, essentially. Getting towers, if they have to fight 4v5, then you can guarantee Universe is going to be split pushing something, trying to get some extra gold for their pockets, essentially. And it's a hero that works really well for him. So that's going to be their first pickup. And we'll see what they want to do with their second pickup. They don't have that IO to go for, obviously they banned it out themselves. And then the Dragonite on top of that. And we'll see if they want to do a mid Dragonite. That's a hero that can go mid. It's very strong mid, especially when you get that level 6 going as well. You start getting that poison dragon form going. That can deal some damage to some towers as well. Level 11 you get, of course, the poison left over from the level 6 ult. Then you get the splash damage on top of that. On top of that, Breathe Fire is really good for lasting as well as just dishing out damage. It's pretty good. You get a bottle, you're able to get some regen going, and you'll be able to take down that lane pretty easily once you get some levels in Breathe Fire, depending on who you're going up against. That could be a farming Dragonite in a lane. It's more likely or not going to be a mid Dragonite, however, as that's what it's usually that's where he's usually been played as of recently. We'll see the Lone Druid ban, the Rubik ban as well. So some more supports going as 4 Friends plus Krilly. They've got both their supports pretty much done here, whereas Nature's Prophet and Dragonite, well, EG still need theirs. Well, I mean, you got that Chen, and of course 4 Friends plus Krilly, they can play that Chen pretty effectively as well. Something I've been seeing a lot of them. They like to run that Chen. So they have that micro option. They've got 145 left on the reserve time right now, so there's plenty of time here for them to think about what they want to do next with their next ban. They're going to use some of that up a little bit. But yeah, this is best 2 series. Evil Geniuses, we'll see what they can do. 4 Friends plus Krilly. So, of course, a lot of people have been kind of like, all right, well, the new EG, not really sure about it. People have been kind of concerned about, how they're doing. I think that's honestly just growing pains. I think with this amount of individual talent you've got on a team, there's no way that, they're not going to be stomping, later on down the road. I think that they're going to have a very strong lineup, and collectively, if they can put all their talent together, they could definitely win some tournaments. And I'm really looking forward to it. A lot of these players really skilled individually. And there's the OD ban coming out as well. Make sure that 4 Friends plus Krilly doesn't grab that. Jakiro going out. So, I mean, they don't have a lot of options here for supports. I mean, like, there's still plenty of, like, heroes available, like the Nyx Assassin, like I was talking about. But I mean, like, that's, what, 3 support bands. You can count the Darkseer, kind of, I guess. He's more of an offlaner than anything else. I guess you really don't count him as a support, but that's still some nice bands going out for four friends plus Krill. I mean, Vengeful Spirit's an option as well, too. I think that hero is really strong, and I was talking with some friends about it. It's a hero that really doesn't ever... It's not really bad to pick up that hero, because you've got Swap, you've got that stun. It's a pretty good stun. The only problem is the right-click damage is kind of limited. They're going to go for a Troll Warlord. That's probably going to be with the farming hero. They can send that mid. Battle Trance is just so nice to have, especially with the heroes they've got here. The attack speed is going to be really great for a Dragon Knight, especially when he's in Dragon form. There's a Mirana going for 4 friends plus Krilly, and that might be their farming carry. We'll see what they want to do with that. With the arrow, they can set up some nice kills because they've gotten that in snare as well. And Mirana's been picked up more and more lately, and that's pretty awesome, because that's a hero that wasn't picked up a whole lot earlier in the year, of course, last year as well. It's just kind of like, yeah, I mean, Mirana's pretty great. You got that leap, you got the Starstorm. I mean, you got a free smoke gank as well with Moonlight Shadow, so there's that. So they've got a nice, well-rounded team here.
10 seconds.
EG, they're gonna use their last 2 picks for supports, I'd imagine. They have to get a pick and then a ban as well on top of that, and we'll see what 4 friends plus Krilly wants to do. We'll see where they want to lane everything. I think this could be a potential, you know, duel in with a Nagasara Mirana and then Chen in the jungle. I think that's probably their best bet. 45 seconds left in reserve time for EG, so we'll see what Fear wants to pick up here as the support. Nyx Assassin might be good in this scenario, just to, you know, catch people out of position. I mean, there's a couple squishy heroes that he could probably take down rather quickly with Vendetta. I mean, getting that in Pale as well. So I think Nyx could be good here. They've got a couple of disables already. Well, I mean, just the Dragon Tail. Of course, Nature's Prophet as well gets that Sprout, but he's also got the Whirling Axis going out from Troll Warlord as well, which is a nice little slow, but we'll see if they want to grab another disable, what they want to grab, a ranged, yeah, they're going to go with the Crystal Maiden, so that's going to be a nice disable as well. A hero that has seen a little bit more play as of recently. That Freezing Field buff is actually pretty nice to have. That's an ultimate that can just fly, and, well, you got to interrupt it. Well, Crystal Maiden, the only problem is she's kind of squishy and she's kind of slow on top of that, especially when you're going up against a Timbersaw, and this is a hero that you see a lot of in the NEL and just North American Dota as well, so it's surprising that 4 friends plus Krilly pick it up, but it's certainly a good hero. Actually seen just so much play recently. You've got, of course, the Chakram, just so good at pushing out lanes, and then just the pure damage that can come out from Timbersaw is absolutely ridiculous. He likes to cut. There's a Nature's Prophet. His treants are going to be too happy about this. He's like, oh my god. My trees, no, please, Timbersaw, go.
Reserve time.
So he's got Timber Chain. I mean, we'll see what he wants to do. I think he'll probably be going mid. So that's going to be probably a 2-point into Whirling Death, 2-point in Reactive Armor. That's generally the build that you see. You don't really need to get that Timber Chain too early on, especially if you're mid, because you get those levels rather quickly. And it could be tough against Dragon Knight. I think Dragon Knight could have a tough time here against that matchup. But that's a Gyrocopter ban now going out for EG. Making sure they get rid of those carries.
5 seconds remaining.
They've got the Mirana, but I don't think they're really comfortable with giving that, you know, they say, all right, let's just get rid of some more carries here. 1 minute and 7 seconds left on reserve time for 4 friends plus Krilly. They've got a 5th ban coming out. What's it going to be? They're going to go ahead and ban out the Shadow Demon. That's another support. So, yeah, I mean, that's 4 support bans. And, I mean, EG, they don't seem too concerned about this. This is the problem with, you know, picking your supports last year. But they've got the Crystal Maiden already, so they're not too concerned about that. And they've got one more pickup as well. And, you know, I'm still going to say Nyx Assassin, but at the same time, I'm not too sure about it. I just think that hero is ridiculously strong in this scenario. It's just so annoying to deal with. You're just like, all right, well, I'm roaming around the map, and then all of a sudden I'm ganked by a Nyx Assassin. Then you're just like, I hate this game. Wow, Nyx Assassin. Nope, they're going to go for Doom. All right, well, that's not what I expected. Excellent. I mean, I'm not going to complain about a Doom pickup. That's pretty awesome. You don't really see that a whole lot. And that takes some balls to do. So EG, they're going to pick up Doom. Oh boy. I don't know what they're going to do with this, how they're going to lane this. I mean, usually you see Doom in the jungle, but we'll wait to see who picks it up before we make any distinctions. And we have one more pickup. That's from 4 friends plus Krillian, and they might be as surprised as I am with that pick. But we'll see what they want to go. They have plenty of time on the reserve time to just like sit and think about it and just calm themselves and just say, okay, well, what do we do now? I think this Doom is a really good pickup for a couple reasons, actually. You get that Doom on Timbersaw, he's not running anywhere, okay? You get the Doom on Chen, he's not going to be able to use that Hand of God. You get the Doom on Naga Siren, there's no Song of the Siren. So there's a couple decent options for that Doom. And it's going to be frustrating, I think. And they're going to go for Razor, though. That's definitely a good pickup, a hero that I'm surprised actually got through hero that's been picked up a lot recently. Static Link, really good. A lot of people go Aghanim Scepter on that hero. And a Refresher if you can get that kind of money. But that's just so much damage coming out from the ultimate. But a lot of just damage coming out in general. And we'll see what they want to do in terms of laning. And we'll see who plays what. As we jump into the game, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me here on WePlay Dota 2. We've got a best of 2 series between EG and 4 Friends plus Krilly. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. So we're just waiting on 2 people from EG to pick up their heroes, and then we're going to jump right into the game. So MSS is going to be on that Dragon Knight, means he will be going mid, more likely than not. Fear's going to be on Doom, surprisingly enough, so that's kind of interesting. Did not expect that.
Remaining.
And of course, Universe is going to be on that Nature's Prophet, so we'll see what happens.
5 seconds
And that might be an
remaining.
offlane Timbersaw, I'm not sure, because Krilly is playing that. Here we go, we are going to jump into the game as I switch overlays, boom. Alright, so let's get into some introductions here. On the side of 4 Friends plus Krilly, as we get a pause real quick, we're going to have Strangby on the Mirana, Boomski's going to be on the Chen, Blom will be on the Razor, Krilly will be on the Timbersaw, and Edward Blom will be on the Naga Siren. So that's going to be it for 4 Friends plus Krilly on EG side. Got ahead of myself there. Fear's going to be on the Doom, Fog going to be on the Crystal Maiden, MSS or Mojo Stormstat will be on the Dragon Knight, Jayo's going to be on the Troll Warlord, and Universe, Sahil O'Neal will be on the Nature's Prophet. As we get a pause real quick, so looking at the lanes right now, I mean, Fear's going to be up on this Doom. He, I think, is going to be perhaps jungling. Universe go off lane. Fog is going to be top with the Troll Warlord, MSS mid, potentially. So Fear's going to be kind of playing a 4 Doom, I think, which is weird because, I don't know, Doom in that kind of role is just an interesting hero in general. I think on the other side, it's still a little bit up in the air. It looks like they're going to go ahead and, I'm not sure if they want to do an aggressive tri-lane. Potentially with these three heroes, or they're going to throw Krilly mid, potentially, or solo safe lane on the Timbersaw. Maybe an off lane, I'm not 100% sure. And Blom is going to go mid on the Razor, or I think Blom's going to go mid on the Razor, I think. Because I think this tri-lane's too good for the Radiant side, because they have the ensnare into an arrow. I think that's a big deal. They might just dual lane this. Chen's gonna head. Looks like he might be going to the rune real quick. So it will be Blom going mid right now, and Krilly's gonna be solo safe lane. So yeah, I mean, not gonna go mid on that Timbersaw, but still, he should have an okay time up against Universe. So yeah, his trees are gonna die pretty quickly if he takes any Whirling Death. So that's gonna be interesting to see. And we'll see what Timbersaw wants to skill first. Top lane, it's gonna be tri-lane versus tri-lane potentially. If they send a Chen up here, I have not seen an aggressive tri-lane Chen in some time, but it does happen occasionally. We'll see what happens here. Edward Blom backing off as well. He's got a Smoke of Deceit up on him right now. Top lane Strangby, he might actually just offlane this depending on where they want to send this Naga Siren. So I'm not really sure.
30 seconds to battle.
Top lane Jayo's up here right now. There's like 4 heroes here. Fogged, of course. Fear's here as well. And MS is going to go to the mid lane right now. He's got 1 GG branch and 1 Tango. So he really wants to get that real early battle. I mean, that's like, wow. I'm pretty surprised he decided to go that route, but that's fine. He'll be able to get it pretty quickly because he's got the Breathe Fire at level 1, get that damage and creep. Get some last hits as well. Jayo's going to be getting that Berserker's Rage so he can switch between, of course, melee and ranged. He's got his Poor Man's Shield. He was pulled a Tango by Fogged as well. And so that's a double damage. Strangby should be able to grab that. He's just waiting around for it as well. It is going to be an off-lane Mirana. So he'll be okay potentially with Leap. They will have Fogged, however, be able to grab that Frostbite, and Strangby could be in potential trouble. So he's got to be careful up here. He's got some decent regen with 6 Tango. He's got a Ring Protection. Also, he's got that Healing Salve on top of that. But we'll see, of course, Boomski starting in the jungle here. Edward Blom not too far behind him. They could smoke and go for a kill early on in the mid lane. We'll see what they want to do. MSS could be easily ganked here. They can lock him down potentially with that ensnare. So we'll see what they want to grab. MSS is going to grab an early last hit. He'll be able to get that. Oh, there's a static link already going. Blom's not going to be able to dive too far. So it's only 7 damage going. Not too bad. But MSS should be able to get a quick bottle. Use that Breathe Fire pretty effectively. And that's going to be what enables him to get a lot of last hits until he gets level 6. And then he can really start, going for some pushes as well as some tower hits. Now there's going to be smoke down in the bottom lane. Universe has got to be careful. He's got nothing to really get out of the scenario here. And I think he should go down if they do this right now. So Universe in trouble. The ensnare should go first. Waiting for it. Ensnare is skill up right now. He's going to try to get out of there. Ensnare canceled right now. You can see Universe trying to get out. Are they going to chase this? It looks like they will. Not a big surprise. Universe getting trapped in. He bought a TP scroll. There's the Ensnare. He needs to TP out now. There's the Timber Chain. Universe in some trouble right now. There's a Dark Troll Warlord Ensnare just coming. Yes, there it is. Universe is going to go down. That's first blood. And that's just as easy as it gets. It took him a while. They kind of had to chase him around the jungle there, but they are going to grab it. And that's Krilly getting some extra gold for him. He's already up to 500 now, so nicely done. Universe will have to just walk that back down to the lane, so that's a little frustrating for him. Top lane, Jo. Getting some decent last hits. He's at 7 right now, so he's doing a pretty effective job here of getting farm. Mid lane, same thing. I mean, you've got Blom with 8 right now as well. And MSS is at 5, but this is, I mean, I think Blom should do okay here. With that static link, you can see MSS is losing a lot of damage. He's got minus 56 right now, so he can't actually get any last hits pretty much until that goes away, which it just did, but he just keeps spamming that. Blom has enough mana. I mean, it's only 30 mana cost for static link, so you just keep spamming that. MSS has to just kind of deal with it. And Fear's roaming through. He's got a bottle. He's got a smoker to see it as well. He's going to go ahead and bottle up that illusion rune. So MSS is going to be bottle crowing well. Fear grabs the rune for him. Bottom lane's already getting pressured here. It looks like there's actually a potential gank coming. They wanted to go on Universe. They've got that Dark Troll Warlord again. I mean, he's got that ensnare, so Universe has got to be careful. And he's sitting back at the tier 2 smartly. I mean, I think he knows what's up. Can't really see these guys, but well, maybe you could just see the Nagasar. And meanwhile, top lane, there's going to be a kill on Stringbeat. It looks like Frostbite was used, so Jayo's going to grab a nice kill there. Not first blood, but that's fine. Now, we'll see the Radiant roam back down into the jungle as well. And Fear's going to continue to jungle up in the top lane. The top jungle, if you will. And MSS continue to get farm right now. So, early on in this game, I think it comes down to, can the Radiant get pickoffs? Can they get farm? Can they pretty much get Stringbeat to live up here in the top lane? He's gone down once, but not a big deal. Universe, the same thing. You know, can he stay alive? Can he get at least some experience and some gold here? Because it doesn't really matter about your start as an offlane prophet, as long as you can come back strong. Maybe get something like an early Midas or something along those lines if you can get it. I mean, even at 10 minutes or even 12 minutes, you can still go for that Midas, so we'll see. Maybe he'll go for the phase boots first. And I'm really thinking about diving, not going to happen. He's doing a nice job, of course, just denying. Making Universe's life really difficult. Now the smoke gang coming out mid for EG. They're looking for Blom here. Frostbite's going to go in just a second. You can see the Scorched Earth from Fear as well. Breathe Fire already went. There's the Frostbite. Now the TP in from Universe. That's going to get him some golden experience as well. That's a nice pickoff for the side of EG. And they're going to back right off. And that'll give Fear some boots, so he's already rich. Crystal Maiden just has wards, so not quite super rich for this Crystal Maiden. Jo up in the top lane has 23 last hits. He's doing fine. Stringbeat can't really get a whole lot done. He's got 8 last hits, so it's not too bad. He's actually ahead of the Nature's Prophet, but not able to get the experience or gold that Universe did with that kill. He's at level 4 right now. Stringbeat shouldn't be too far behind. Yep, pretty much the same. He'll try to back off. He can buy boots. He will do so. And Jo's going to throw his whirling axes as well. Stringbeat's going to go ahead and leap away. So he realizes he could have been in some trouble. Fog's going to throw down a nice lane ward here. But now, smoke ain't coming out from 4 Friends plus Skrilly. They want to take down one of these 2 heroes, potentially both of these heroes. Fog has to be careful. Jo as well. He's in the side shop, and they're going to go on him right now. So Jo knows something's up. He's going to buy his phase boost. There's the whirling axe. He's going to use his battle trance as well. Riptide and snare, and they can't get anything done. Chen's going to get the kill now. Fog backing up as well. They're chasing after him. They should be able to get the kill. No, they're not going to go for him. They didn't have that in snare. They didn't have the Dark Troll Warlord mana either, so unfortunately nothing they could do about that. But at the same time, they got Jo. That's really what they wanted to accomplish. Crystal Maiden buying boots, thinking that she might get dove, so Fog's like, alright, let's not get too hasty. MSS is getting some damage stolen. 21 damage. That's only from a couple of seconds of that static link going right now. There's the plasma field going as well. Blom just going to keep getting last hits. He's at 22 right now. MSS is at 15, so he's not doing too poorly. Remember, he's level 6. So with level 6, you're pretty much able to get some damage going on the towers, get some damage going on the heroes as well. And no, and snare right now on Jo. He's in some trouble. There's the whirling axe. TP in from Universe on the backside. There's the arrow as well. Now, Nagasar can't get out. That's a kill for Jo. Now they turn around looking for Boomski. Timbersaw looking for a Timber Chain. Chakrams up. Fear looking for the Ursa Warstop Clamp. Krelly grabbing the kill. Mirana's going to get it, excuse me, the Timber Chain. But Jo grabbing the kill on Chen in the meantime. And are they going to keep chasing right now? Timbersaw was thinking about going, but he's just going to back right off. He's got that reactive armor at 2 points, so he's pretty tanky. They can't really take care of him. Jo coming through, and of course, Fear coming through with the Ursa Thunderclap. Pretty great. Able to do some damage there. So some nice gold going for Jo, getting these kills, and he's already at level 7 right now. He's got phase, he's got his Poor Man's Shield, he's got 27 last hits on top of that. But meanwhile, bottom lane, well, where is Krilla's roaming back in. Universe is here right now. He's got his Basilius done. So he can push pretty quickly now with that Basilius. He'll turn it on, just trying to keep his creep wave alive, realizing that there's nobody down here. Maybe try to get some free hits on his tower. That's exactly what he's going to do. Top lane, that's going to be a haste rune going for MSS.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And we'll see if they want to go and do some damage on a mid lane tower. Maybe try to get a kill on Blom and me. He's got that Elder Dragon form. They're not using it just yet. Probably get his treads first before anything else. Fear up in the top lane. He's almost level 5. He needs to get to level 6 for that Doom, and that's going to be pretty nice to have for anybody pretty much on the map if you're on the Radiant team. So they've got to be careful. They could go on top. Strangby, he's got to back off. He's got Leap. He's got Moonlight Shadow as well, so he's not in too much danger of dying here. Jayo's going to be going for Drum next. Pretty standard. Universe. He's just sitting here in the jungle, these little trees. Curly's got his mana boots right now, his arcanes, so he's doing pretty well for himself in terms of his farm. He's got 34 last hits. He's actually leading the way right now. He's done a pretty effective job solo safe laning. I mean, he's got a kill and assist as well, so there's that. Mid lane right now. Fog's going to throw up a ward. Run back up into the jungle. So, pretty much everybody's just playing the farm game here. Chen's going ahead and taking both of these Wild Wing Rippers. That tornado. Oh my god, he's killing his own kin. How dare you, that poor bird. You're subjecting him to torture. Boomski, no. Well, I'm sure it's fine. Strangby. Actually, I think Juke that Whirling Axes. Debuff's not on him. Oh, MSS now in the Elder Dragon form. Looks like they want to push mid here. Universe going to TP as well. They can make some trance and just try to take this tier 1 tower down quickly. That's exactly what they're going to do. There's a fortification available. It's going to fly for the Radiant. Here comes Boomski roaming through the jungle now. Battle Trance is going to fly. No level 6 for the Naga Siren yet. They can't song in or anything like that. That's a tower going down. Now the Ensnare on Fear. He's in some trouble. Scorch Earth is going to fly. Trying to get out of there. There's the Chakram. They're going to grab the kill. Tested Faith on MSS. They're going to keep going right now. Arrows flying. He's going to miss pretty much everybody, yes. They're all kind of low on the Radiant side here. You look at Krilly, you look at, of course, Edward Blom. They're pretty much at half health. They'll have to back off. They will get the kill on Fear, but they lose the tier 1 tower because of it. And this gives Jo more room to farm as well, because I think there was a TP in to that tier 1 tower. Battle Trance flying again. They want to try to take the tier 1 top. Strengthy's here. There's going to be the Starstorm. Doing some damage, but now a TP coming in, as you can see, coming out from Edward Blom. He can maybe try to go for an ensnare on Jo. He'll back off right now. The Treant's doing some more damage to the tower, but it's not in deny range just yet, so they got some nice damage going. Almost taking down 2 tier 1s in the span of 2 minutes. So EG being pretty effective with their pushing strategy right now. And we'll see what they want to do. Fogged has a smoke to see if they can look for a smoke and potential kill. Krilly's way behind that tier 1 tower mid. He's got a point boost as well, looking for that Bloodstone. You can see Blom maybe trying to do some damage here. MSS just looking for farm bottom. His treads are done now. He doesn't need to go for drum. That's because Jo is going to be grabbing that. It looks like he's got the Bracer and actually got a Morbid Mask as well, which is going to be Helm of the Dominator at some point. And Universe, he's got that Gloves of Haste. We'll see if he's going to pick up that Midas at, roughly 10 to 12 minutes, which is not a bad timing. A lot of people are like, well, if you don't get the Midas at 8 minutes, you just don't go it. But that's not necessarily true when you're on the Nature's Prophet, because you're able to farm so effectively anyways. There's no point in not going in. He's got the Nature's Wrath as well if he wants to push out some lanes, get some last hits. Edward Blom's going to go ahead and just use his Mirror Illusions or Mirror Images. Battle Trance is going to fly now. Fight happening. Blom in some trouble. They're going to grab that kill. MSS with the Breathe Fire and the poison damage. Easily done there. And they're going to push straight down mid again, looking for some tier 2 damage. And MSS in his Dragon form, they don't want to waste this. So they're going to look for some damage here. And that means that there's probably going to be a tier 1 top going for EG as well. They're not going to be able to take this tower, I don't think. They might have to back off here. You can see on the backside, level 5 Naga Siren looking to maybe do something here. That's a tier 1 top. They're going to grab that like I was talking about earlier. Fear and Fogged on the high ground. Unable to find the Naga Siren, so they'll back off. So they do a nice job doing some damage. That's half damage to that tower already. The treads are done for the Razor. Just trying to get some damage done right now. Looking at the net worth real quick. 4,500 now going for Jo. I mean, he's got his Helm of the Dominator done. Now his farm is going to start increasing. Look at this giant stack he's got. He's like, yes. Except for the Mud Golems. They don't take damage from Whirling Axes. Those bastard Mud Golems. I'm just kidding. That's mean. No neutral creeps, just like everybody else. So MSS right now with 4,200 net worth as well. He's got 1,700 gold in the bank. We'll see what his next item is. I think Shadowblade is generally the way you go on Dragon Knight. It just gives you that attack speed. Nice little damage as well. Plus it gives you the mobility that you really don't necessarily have in your regular walking around form. And even in your Dragon form, when you're trying to get somebody, Dragon Tail, it really helps to have that invisibility and that extra movement speed. It's pretty nice. Buckler's done on the Chen. Not a big surprise there. We'll see if anyone else is building a mech on the other side. It doesn't look like it right now, but they certainly could, can do that eventually. Start buying some components. Maybe that's what Fear will do. He's got a magic one. He's got 1,000 gold in the bank. He's backing off. He's like, all right, well, we wanted to defend this. He could Scorch Earth or something. He can even out like Devour or Creep. They have no fortification, however. There's going to be the Scorch Earth right now. Nature's Wrath is going to push this back. Of course, the Wild Cannon and the Satyr Winter are doing a nice job just staying alive right now. But this actually gives MSS some time to push bottom tower and do some damage to it. You can see how much damage the poison does. That is going to be the tier 1 tower going down. That's Crilly grabbing the last hit as well. Battle Trance. They really want to, as Universe TP's in, that's going to be a tier 1 for a tier 1. And the difference is, EG was able to do that with 2 heroes. 4 friends plus Crilly had to devote 3,000 different creeps and 5 heroes to that push. There's a Devour. Timber Chain just missing on Fear, looking to initiate. Fear's going for what seems to be a Shadow Blade, by the way. They're trying to defend this here, but meanwhile, bottom lane's still getting pressured as MSS still has that Dragon form. He's going to pop the regen. Universe is still here, TPing into the top lane as Jo is pushing that out. So, 4 friends, they cannot fight this. 4FC will back off. They're like, all right, we're done here. So that is that Hand of Midas done like I was talking about at 12 minutes for Universe. So now his farm is going to increase exponentially.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Or something. There's the Plasma Field going, and well, I'm going to be able to do some damage. Already the tier 2 tower, just with a couple of hits from MSS. And of course the Siege Creep as well. That Siege Creep just doing as much work, I think, as MSS, so. Alright, Vitality Booster up on the Timber Saw. So his Bloodstone is really close to being done here. Perseverance, and then he'll be good to go. And get back into fights rather quickly if he can get some charges up on that. Let's look at the hero levels real quick. I mean, yeah, Naga's still not level 6 yet. They really need that 6. They need that Naga Siren, Song of the Siren. And, well, they're going to maybe get it if they can grab a kill here with the Smoke of Deceit. And they're looking for MSS. The Ensnare's going to fly, and Crilly can fly through with that Chakram next to Timber Chain as well. He's going to miss just barely. There's the Whirling Depth. Going to get stunned with the Dragon Tail. MS is going to try to get out. Jo's going to roam on through. There's the Moonlight Shadow. Now, of course, the Crystal Nova. Freezing Field is up from Fog, looking for more damage. A Hand of God as well. Boomski barely surviving right now. Do they have vision? They don't. I don't think. They cannot find him. They trap Boomski out of there. Jo's going to trace and get the kill right now. Boomski should survive. Jo getting the kill on Crilly in the end somehow. Boomski, they see him here. Can they get to him is the question. It doesn't look like it. Universe has no TP. They're going to go ahead and go into the Roach Pit right now. Looking, of course, at the graphs. 3,000 experience now going for EG. Looking at the gold, 4,000. I suppose they have a nice lead here. And that's still not level 6 for the Naga Siren because they didn't pick up any kills there. So she's just kind of got to deal with it. Mirror Images are going to fly through. Riptide as well. Breathe Fire. They want to make sure those Mirror Images don't do anything. They cannot contest this Roche, however, so that's going to be a free Roshan for EG. And should be Jo taking that Aegis. There it goes. 14-16 is the Roshan timer. Fear up in the top lane. Still has that Claymore in his inventory. Can definitely go for a Shadow Blade, so that could potentially be 2 Shadow Blades on the same team. Universe might grab the other one. Actually, that could be 3, realistically. It's actually a BKB going for Dragon Knight. So he's looking for Magic Immunity first and foremost. And that'll be nice to have, especially when the Song of the Siren's up. Level 11, Elder Dragon form. So that is Red Dragon form now, and it kind of gets scary from here on out, I think, if you're on 4 Friends plus Crilly. They're already behind here, and their pushes haven't really been working. I mean, they got 1 tier 1, but they had to devote so many heroes and so many creeps to it. Crilly has got some decent farm, but with the BKB early on MSS, it may not really matter. There's the Elder Dragon form. MSS trying to push this. There is a fortification available. There's going to be a couple heroes here ready to defend. Blom, ooh, Fear on the backside. He can go on either of these heroes. Song of the Siren is finally available for the Naga Siren. There's a fortification going out for the Radiant. They're looking to take this down, and they should be able to grab this no problem, as the fortification is done. That's MSS grabbing even more gold. Meanwhile, Universe is split pushing bottom. They wanted to grab the tower top. They will grab the tower top, so that is a tier 1 for tier 2 trade at least. It's not like they gave it up for free. Strang be sitting on 2,300 gold. And now, Universe is just, he's playing his game. He's playing the split push game, and that's really what he should be doing as a Nature's Prophet. So 4 Friends plus Crilly, they're going to throw up some Mirror Images. Those are going to die. And they'll scout some things out here, though. But, I mean, looks like it's going to be some 5-man pressure coming out from EG. And this is what EG is well known for, just methodical pressure when they know they have a lead. Try to get a tower, try to go high ground or something like that if you can. Obviously, they need to, too. Oh, here we go. Crystal Nova's going to go. Doom's up. Song of the Siren, however, is going to fly. Nature's Wrath is going to hit right now. They cannot fight this. Tower's going to go down. Crilly wants to fight it, however. Jail might take some damage. He's going to get sent back home. No. Now the freezing field's coming out. So much damage. Aegis is gone, but doesn't matter. Blom is dead next. Boomski's getting chased right now. Fear looking to hit him. One hit, maybe two is all that's necessary. He's got to back up, though. Crilly with the chakram coming on through. BKB with MSS. Now it's gone. Timberchain not able to get the kill on Fear. Frostbite on Crilly. Crilly's in some trouble. Dragon Tail as well. Double kill for MSS. Now they can push up into the high ground potentially, as they have 20 seconds before that Razor's up. Stramby's got no mana really here to defend this. He's got a Yasha, but that's about it. Jail, he's got Battle Trance in about 10 seconds. He's going to try to do some damage to this tower. This could potentially be a tier 3. Stramby's going to go ahead and Starstorm. Jail will take some damage from that. He's going to be going BKB as well, but a pretty good fight for EG. All things considered. I mean, Fogged, of course, with the Crystal Nova into that freezing field, it just does too much damage. Even if it's level 1 ult, you're still doing it to, like, squishy heroes. Chen's, like, level 7, and even with the Hand of God, it's not enough. So, I mean, Nagasiren's, like, level 6, I'm pretty sure. They just can't stand up to the fight. I mean, when Dragonite has his ult, which I don't even think he did, I think it wore off right before that fight broke out, but Breathe Fire is enough. Doom, really, they couldn't do anything about that. Crilly was doomed up, so I guess it was a good thing that they just sent him back home, otherwise he would have been useless. And that's what I was talking about during the draft, is like, if you get doomed as a Timbersaw, what are you going to do? Just sit around and right-click somebody? It's like, yeah, I got this chainsaw in my hand, but, well, it's not really working right now, so, oh well. Sad Timbersaw, he can't cut. But that's fine. I mean, looking at the net worth, however, EG has a solid lead, and they did lose that Aegis, but they got, of course, the tier 2 tower. They won a big fight, did some decent damage to the tier 3. They were backed off, so weren't able to get the high ground, weren't able to get the Graxes, but I mean, they're already in a good position for JO to get some farm. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, wait a second. This is EG we're talking about. That's true. That's fair. There's a 10,000 gold lead going for EG right now, and almost a 10,000 experience lead, and they're sitting in a pretty decent position. That's Rolling Axes. Boomski's kind of out of position. He's got a mech. TP in from Universe as well. Moonlight Shadow's going to fly. Sprout as well. Do they have Vision? Fogged? He should have something, potentially. No, Crystal Nova? Nope, they don't have anything. I'm kind of surprised they... Wait, what? I clicked on Boomski, excuse me. So, that's what I was looking at. MSS has got a safe stream. He's going to run mid, and he's going to be going for that Shadow Blade like I talked about. He's got that Claymore. Breathe Fire is going to go in the mid lane.
Come to me.
So at this point, I guess if you're 4 friends plus Crilly, you just do your best to kind of push out the lanes. Get Crilly with his Bloodstone. Try not to get yourself doomed in a fight, which is easier said than done if Fear's roaming around with a Shadow Blade. Might be pertinent to try to get a gem somehow. I don't know if anyone on 4FC can afford one. Arrow's going to fly. Fogged will avoid that. MSS will avoid that. And Fear. They're all in the same general location. Chakram's going to fly as well. Fogged didn't want to take that damage. It's too much for him to deal with. And I don't think they could chase this. They're already back here. So 4FC realizing that, oh, well, there's a lot of players here. We don't have to want to really deal with this fight. It's not something we want to do, unless we're suicidal, which I don't think they are. Fogged up in the top lane. Wow. Alright. I did not even notice those items. It's a carry Crystal Main, everybody. I actually don't mind this, because, I mean, the main problem with Crystal Main, a lot of people consider, is the movement speed. Even with Phase Drum, I mean, obviously it doesn't, you know, count your active of the phase, but 351, 405 when it's being used, but that's still ridiculously slow. Pick it up, Crystal Maiden. Do some laps. Get in shape, come on. Now they pick up Sentry Wards, so Fear has those available, and they're not going to have a problem next time that they want to go for a gank. And Fogg's going to grab a Smoke of Deceit as well, so they can potentially get some pickoffs here. That's an Invis Rune. And that's also BKB done for JO, so they can pretty much fight now. 4-staff done for Universe. Actually, I really like this. I haven't seen a lot of Nature's Prophets going for 4-staffs, but I think it's a really good item choice. Because I don't know really who else is going to be going for that 4-staff except for the Crystal Maiden. And even if she can get that farm, it might be difficult. So Universe with that 4-staff gives them more positioning. Gets them out of bad positioning. And gets pickoffs as well, potentially. But we see 3 heroes for EG looking for some push out in the bottom lane. 2 heroes down in the bottom lane for 4FC in there. Well, oh, I thought that was 3 Centaur Khans. I was like, that's a Centaur Khan train. Nice counter ward coming up from Boomski. They're going to counter ward that immediately. So no vision for EG. Fogg's like, well, I just warded there. Damn it. Come on. I'm sure he doesn't care that much. Up in the top lane, Jo continuing to farm away. with his BKB. He's got 800 gold in the bank now. Universe is going to push mid lane. His Midas is on cooldown. So they're definitely in the driver's seat, to use a cliche. I mean, they're really... I mean, with 10,000 gold lead at 21 minutes, there's not a whole lot that can go wrong here. But at the same time, it's certainly not over yet. Crilly with his Bloodstone, he might get initiated. There's the Dragon Tail right now. Fear could use his Doom if necessary. Hand of God's going to fly. Not enough! BKB's going right now for MSS. A little early on that, but at the same time, I can see they thought they were going to turn around and try to fight that. And they might have, actually, if MSS didn't pop that BKB. So that BKB on cooldown for about 64 seconds. They're probably not going to high ground until it's off cooldown. They might want that tier 2 top, and Strangby actually might get initiated on. He can leap into the trees. He can get out of a bad position. Oh, is Fear going to do him? Well, Universe is showing himself right now. Strangby gonna leap into the trees right now. Universe 4-step forward. He wants to fight this. Starstorm's gonna go. Universe, I don't know if that's not advisable. Universe getting dunked on. He usually does the dunking. Now there's a big fight breaking out. Jay, a lot of damage is getting stolen right now, but Freezing Field's on the ground doing so much damage here. The Crystal Nova as well. Universe back in. He bought back Blom. It's in trouble right now. Spread up on Crilly. He's doomed. Sentry Ward on the ground. Crilly is gonna fall. It looks like yes. Universe grabbing that kill, and that's a tier 2. Universe did buy back for that. J.O. had like no damage. Actually only minus 41, so that's not that bad. But, I mean, yeah, now they're going to go ahead and try to push for high ground here. MSS has BKB in about 10 seconds. That's a lot of damage, though, coming from that Starstorm alone. There's the Battle Trance. Maybe wait for that to go off cooldown. Plasma Field. Doing some damage to Fear. Crystal Nova going as well now. TP's coming in. MSS wants to take this. Oh, he's in some trouble. That's an ensnare. Chakram as well. He stayed for just too long, and Crilly's grabbing a kill. And that's a deny.
Top tower has been denied.
That tier 3's gone. So they took high ground. MSS did not have his BKB, which I think was kind of the problem, and he stayed just a little too long. He tried to Shadow Blade out, but obviously there's the Sentry Ward right here, so you can see where it gives vision to. Still, that's not a huge deal. I mean, he's down for 30 seconds, and I mean, they give him some farm to Crilly, and that's a Bloodstone. I mean, he already had his Bloodstone done at that point. 12,000 experience lead after that fight, and 14,000 gold lead after the tier 3 tower goes down. Gem of True Sight is up on the Crystal Maiden now. So, they're like, enough. No more Moonlight Shadow. We're done with that. Good thing is Razor has a BKB, so he can kind of fight now. I mean, if you get some nice static link going, damage from the Eye of the Storm as well, you could be in a good position. We'll see. And they could always smoke and find a pick-off, maybe Song into a fight, something like that. Moonlight Shadow, obviously, but that's going to be a little bit harder with, obviously, the Gem of True Sight available. Roshan is up in 25 seconds, as you can see. Fog is sitting right around here, making sure that they've got plenty of, well, vision as well as just... It's an interesting ward. I don't think that's counter-wardable. So Invis Rune is available down in that bottom rune spot. Fog's gonna grab it, it looks like. Oh, Chakram flying through. Fear with the Gem of True Sight. So I guess there goes that. They don't see that on the high ground, unfortunately. They just decided not to go for it. Or they don't really care, but yeah, they have that Gem of True Sight up on Fear right now. We'll see. Is there going to be a song coming in from Edward Blom? They've got to do it now. Otherwise, it's going to go down way too quick. Here they go. Smoke of Deceit. They need a song. No, they don't even have song. Not for another 18 seconds. So they're just going to go into this fight. Roshan's going to go down. They can't fight this now, but Fog did some trouble. He's going to go down potentially first. Yes, Blom. BKB is up. Jo taking some damage right now. Getting focused. Hand of God flying as well. He's down. But the Aegis is going right now. MS is looking for more. There's going to be a Breathe Fire. There's a nice net going through as well. Hand of God already used. MS is in some trouble. Crilly's still doomed. Fear looking for the kill on Boomski. Not able to get it right now. Jo getting ensnared. His BKB already done. Looks like this is trouble for EG. 3 are done. Nice fight for 4FC, turning it around. We're not done yet. And on the back of a nice team fight coming out from 4FC, they're able to take down the Aegis, take down Jo, take down 2 others on top of that. Win a big fight. A huge fight. And that gives Blom 1,400 gold in the bank right now. You can see the experience is dipping back up to 10,000 just a little bit. I mean, they've got a long way to go, but this game's not over yet, certainly. Arrows flying through.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, I guess if you're an EG fan, you're kind of like, well, please, no, not again. Please, EG. I still think they're in a really good position here.
Dire's middle tower has
I think they've got a lot to compete with in the late game. Fear's going to have an AC relatively soon, and that's going to provide more damage. The problem is Jo's just getting focused too quickly, and that ensnare is being so damn annoying. Naga Siren is really doing an effective job of locking him down. Just like, oh, you're going to BKB? Don't care, I have an ensnare. It's fine. Oh, you can't really move. That sucks. So Jo can't really get a whole lot done. MSS, I mean, he's not doing that much either. I mean, when he gets level 16, and maybe even level 3 in that Elder Dragon form, he'll start probably being a little bit more effective. Fog died really quickly in that fight, too. He couldn't get his ult off, which I think was a big deal. You know, Crystal Maiden is no longer a hero where you're like, alright, skill, 4 points of Crystal Nova, 4 points of Frostbite, then go for your ultimate. To hear that, you're like, alright, this ultimate's actually really good. We need to use this. In Fear, he had Krilly doomed, but it just wasn't enough damage, and even without Krilly, they were able to win that fight. So, imagine if you get a favorable fight for 4FC where you're not doomed. Speaking of being doomed, well, that might happen. There it goes. Krilly cannot get out right now. Universe could sprout here in just a second, looking for potentially. There it goes. Krilly looks like he will fall down as that doom being so effective again, and Universe is just like, yep, that's fine. That's my kill. He'll be going for his Scythe of Ice, I'd imagine, so looking for his Mystic Staff next, potentially, and that's more gold for him. Alright. Alright. So, MS is going to be going for there's some nice crit coming. He's got a Crystallis that's flying out to him, it looks like. Boots of Travel for Krilly. So he's got some movement speed. He can also just TP and split push if necessary. Jo still wants to farm up. It looks like he's going to grab a Reaver next. That could be his Satanic in just a couple hundred gold. Which means that it's going to be pretty hard to kill him in fights. Even if you ensnare him for the full duration and you lock him down somehow, that Satanic could potentially save his life. MSS is Shadowbladed right now. He is maybe going to run into an entire smoke party of players. Yep, he's going to catch out Strangby. He sees that going on. But, oh, anyways, Jo is in some trouble. That's an arrow right now. He's got a Battle Trance, but he's in some trouble. There's the Test of Faith as well. Jo in a lot of trouble. There's the BKB. He doesn't have any Satanic, obviously. He's only got that Reaver. Not enough to get out of there. And they knew it was coming. Unfortunately, that's a BKB charge down the well as well. So, they'll get some nice pickoffs here for 4FC. Mantis Style's done on Strangby. Let's check out the items. I haven't looked at them in some time. So that is the AC done. I think we already talked about that. For the 4FC side, Blom is going for an Agnum Scepter. He just needs 2 more components of it, which he's not too far away from. About 1,300 gold-ish. And that could be really devastating for EG. I mean, they'll just die so quickly on their squishier heroes like Fogged. We see 4 heroes roughly right around mid. I mean, Universe is bottom. He's still pushing this out right now. He'll throw up some more treants and just keep trying to push this. Top lane's trying to get pushed out from Blom, as well as from Krilly. He's sitting here on the backside and making sure he can jump on whoever he finds, but Mirror Mages are going to spot out some heroes down in the jungle so that they know where they are, essentially. Jo's going to get back up. He's going to go to the top lane. He might get focused again. He's got to be careful. He has a BKB up in 1 second, so he won't be able to go down that easily. And now Krilly and the rest of the team, they're backing off right now. Battle Trance is going to go for Jo as he wants to clear this wave rather quickly, and he does. He throws his Bracer into the inventory, the stash. He's like, alright, I'm done with that item. It's worth noting, Fear actually has the most net worth in the game. Just gonna throw that out there. This is a jungle Doom, and Fear, who probably is playing the 4 role, who's actually bought Vision, has the most net worth in the game. That's just Fear, I guess. Alright. So this is going to become a problem, I think. There's no Roshan for another 5 minutes or so. And EG have all the lanes pretty much pushed out right now. Fear is actually in Viz, looking potentially for a pickoff, but everybody's here for 4FC. He's going to back right off. Scythe of Eyes is done for Universe, which means that they can go on anybody, assume they have a decent chance at a pickoff. And now they're kind of spreading apart on 4FC side, so they've got to be careful here. Breathe Fire is going to go mid. Fog's going to come here as well. Throw up that Frostbite, excuse me, Crystal Nova, rather. Get some of those last hits. Oh, MCC is going to run into, like, everybody. There's a Sentry Ward there. There's the Song of the Siren. MSS in some trouble right now, getting just a little too close for comfort. He's going to get arrowed as well. Satanic's going to finish up for Jo. MSS, I don't know, I guess. I mean, I thought he was alone, but that was inadvisable at best. And that's an Eye of the Storm being used as well. They're going to go ahead and maybe try to push for a tier 3 tower. Universe is going to look for a set of Raxes. There's no tier 3 protecting this top set. And meanwhile, Fear's actually pushing out bottom lane as well. Yeah, I don't think, 4FC realizes they can't do this. They'll back off. They'll head home. They'll try to defend top. Universe is going to go ahead and scythe Krilly, but he can't do enough damage to get the kill there. He's going to try to TP out, and will do so. I mean, there's nothing Krilly can do to lock him down, so. Fear's still pushing out bottom. And that's the Satanic Dawn, like I said, for Jo. So level 16, level 3 in Battle Trance. It's going to give him some 180 attack speed. That's kind of nice. Fog's still at level 12. He's got level 2 in his Freezing Field, which is pretty good. Universe is sitting at 17, so... And he's got a lot of farm as well on top of that. Yep. Oh boy. Oh. That's going to be Blom maybe in some trouble. He's kind of speedy. I don't know if they can get this kill. Scorched Earth, Devour. Hand of God's going to save Blom's life for the time being, and he should be fine. They may not even need to deny him. That actually, they're going to have to mech him. So, that's Doom on cooldown now for a period of time, but really not that bad. Only 93 seconds, so not a big deal. Roche is up in about 3.5 minutes, roughly. And Jo is going to continue to farm. Well, this is game 1, everybody. 4FC versus EG for WePlay. Just the group stages. There you go, Roche is up in 2 minutes for anyone who's curious at the exact timing. MS is probably going to work towards that Daedalus next. He's still level 15. He needs to get to that level 16. I think that's kind of a big deal. Get that level 3 ultimate. Blue Dragon form. I mean, the slow is pretty nice. He's kind of close to it. 4FC have been kind of maneuvering just a little bit better, I think, in the past couple of minutes. Getting pickoffs, having Sentry Wards, having Vision. And EG have been getting picked off a couple of times. They've lost a couple of fights. They're still in a good scenario. They still have a 12,000 experience lead and a 15,000 gold lead, but that is an Aghanim Scepter done for a Razor, so hold the phone. And they still can pump out some decent damage if they can get a favorable fight. They'll definitely be in a good position, but they're going to try to push down mid right now while Universe pushes out bottom lane. So here comes the split push now. Nope, they're going to just consolidate and maybe look for their efforts to push bottom. So that's Krilly just pushing that wave out with Chakram. Here we go, Battle Trance. Fear wants to go on this tier 3. Arrow's going to fly. Fear's going to walk right into it. Fear is in some trouble. Nice 4-step, but not out of the base. Fear is going to fly down. And they really wanted that tower. So Fear not getting the help that he needed. Song of the Siren looking for something. Not able to catch Universe or Jo. Song wasted. It's going to be on cooldown for, I mean, it's level 11, so it's only on cooldown for a minute and a half, or 2 minutes, excuse me. And now it's in trouble. Nice Frostbite. Fog is going to have to sacrifice his life. Looks like, yes. Blom's going to grab that kill. MSS just narrowly avoiding that arrow. Now looking to go in Stringby. There's the Dragon Tail. Going to get the kill. Yes, it is enough damage. So MSS with a nice little play there. Now down to the bottom lane. Jo. A lot of damage stolen. He's got to get out of there. BKB's going to fly right now. Universe, he's going to make it. Jo as well. Realizing the ensnare is on cooldown. He's fine to TP out. They had to use a BKB there. Morana's going to buy back. Now are they going to go for Roche is the question. They have to push out this lane. Potentially they can go for Roshan. I mean, you have 15 seconds, roughly 20 seconds until, you know, everybody up is on EG. And Nemesis is actually heading home as well. They have no vision, however. It looks like they might go for this anyways. Push out mid. I mean, they're just kind of letting this creep wave push itself out. I think they want a Rocher. They're going to throw up some mirror images first. Maybe get some vision going. I don't know if they've got a gem, which is great. That's excellent. They don't have any sentries or, excuse me, observer wards is kind of the problem. Strangby is going to have a demon edge. We'll see if he wants to go something like an MKB. Rather, I don't know, we'll see.
We go unseen.
Daedalus. Speaking of Daedalus, MSS almost has his. Now they're looking to fight. EG's here right now. Fear. They've got that Gem of True Sight. He's going to get entangled right now. There's going to be the arrow going again. BKB on Blom. Eye of the Storm. Doing so much damage. Fear falls first. MSS getting focused down as well. Fog's going to fly. Blom looking for more. MSS getting his damage told. He is done. That's 3 down. A huge fight for 4FC. And they're doing it. But meanwhile, Universe says, not so fast. They're going to send Krilly home, and he'll be able to push this out.
Radiant's top barracks
The Universe is going to do some damage to this first. Not going to back just yet. He wants this. There's no fortification. He can actually hex up Crilly. Will he do so is the question. Buyback from MSS right now. They're going to look for a tier 3 tower for 4FC. Here we go. Universe, hex up. Now he's going to TP. He's already taken care of the melee racks. Now he's going to TP home. 4FC's here. It'll be 4 versus 5. Leap from Stringby. That's... I don't know about that. Alright, well, Stringby's getting out of there. He's like, we're done here. MSS is, of course, Shadow Bladed. They should have vision. Boomski has that gem. I believe, no, wait. It was given to the Nagasarn. She's going to TP out of there. Stun? No, MSS can't get close enough. He might have been able to use his dragon form. Roshan is available. They didn't go for Rosh. Like I said, they wanted to go maybe for the tier 3, but that was a smart play from Universe, knowing there's no way they could really take care of him. And he also took down the tier 3 bottom as well. Now he's going to get ensnared. He is potentially in some trouble. He can maybe TP out here. There's going to be a hex up on Blom. He's going to go for the TP now, realizing there's no way they can lock him down. Oh, just kidding. They've got the song. So Universe is going to go down. He's got his buyback, however, so not a huge deal if he goes down. Roshan is going to go for EG in the meantime. Sprout, not enough. Jao's going to grab the Aegis. 36, I believe, 50 the time for that. So Universe is dead, but he might just wait to respawn. He can buy back if necessary. Not sure. So, bottom lane, Cheese is up for Doom. That was the third Roshan, I believe. So, Fear he's looking strong. He's now the third farmed person in the game. As you can see, Universe has jumped over him, as well as Jao. Jao's going for a Demon Edge. He's got that Satanic. I don't think he's had to use it yet in a fight or anything. They haven't really fought. I mean, Fear's gotten called out a couple times. There was that fight mid, but that was more sort of a, alright, let's just leave. Let's get out. For 4FC right now, they have a Sanj. Looks like it could be a potential Heaven's Halberd for the Nagasarn. Mech and Vlad's are done. I mean, he's had that mech for a while, but Vlad's is done for the Chen, so they're going to have a little bit more armor, which is nice. And they got to deal with that minus armor coming out from Doom with the AC. Who's got a Vlad's in his own right? Stringby has a Manta. I'm not sure if anything else. I mean, he's got that Demon Edge, but... Universe is back up in 3 seconds. They could potentially push with the Aegis, with the Cheese. I mean, there's no tier 3 here, so they're not really in, you know, danger of fighting under a tower. Universe is going to go ahead and push top out first. And he's got one Mithril Hammer. We'll see if that's something like a Desolator. Maybe go for a BKB. I'm not sure. And Jao's level 18 now as well. So looking at levels right now, level 19 actually for the Timbersaw. And there's plenty of levels on the Radiant side now. They have a nice... They cut a little bit into that experience lead for EG. It's back up to 6,000. Gold, however, is still just dropping. Lower than 15,000 here. So EG, really, they need to seal the deal, essentially. Universe is going to TP out. No hex or anything like that. He actually just TP'd bottom. Not really that concerned. Here we go. There's the Song of the Sour. And Jay was not able to get his BKB off first right now, but he's got the Aegis, so he's not too concerned about it. The Chakram's going to fly first. Now the BKB going for Blom. They want to fight. Here we go. Crilly. He's in some trouble. He's doomed and sheeped up. Crilly can't get anything done. He's getting focused. Stringby as well. Stringby is down right now. 1-for-1 trade. Of course, Fog's the other on the side of EG. Rolling Axe is going to miss. But Stringby down for 64 seconds. Let's look at the buyback chart right now. He has no buyback right now. Not for another minute and 16. Here we go. Blom maybe looking to focus on Jao. Jao doesn't want to use the Satanic yet. He already used his BKB as well. Now Crilly looking for damage. Jao, he's disarmed from that Heaven's Halberd coming out from the Nagasarn now. So that's the Aegis gone. Can they fight? This is the question. Here comes Jao. Hand of God's going to fly. Boomski taking a lot of damage. Blom trying to steal damage as well. Only getting a little done. MSS looking to really focus there. They're going to grab a kill. Buyback on Universe right now. Crilly looking to go on Fear or Jao or anybody really. They're going to take the racks down now. Here comes the TP and Blom got back into the game as well as he bought back. Now looking for Fear. Can they catch up to him? Crilly looking for the chuck and there it goes. He's slowed up. Fear in trouble. He's going to fall as well. Double kill for Blom as he has to buy back for it though. Now in the top lane, Universe looking for the ranged Rex. He's going to grab it. Nicely done. So there is that. So despite losing a couple heroes and maybe a pretty sloppy fight for EG, they're going to grab the racks. At least the melee racks down in the bottom lane, leave the ranged racks up, and a set of racks up in the top lane. So, at this point, 4FC is just kind of like getting choked. So, with that, Fear can actually buy back if necessary. MSS cannot. And he'll have his Daedalus done relatively soon. Speaking of Daedalus, the same could be said for Jao. Stringby just got melted so quickly in that fight. There's nothing he could do. He couldn't buy back. He didn't have it. I mean, he was actually like 15 gold shy. It didn't necessarily matter. He didn't really have it for like a minute and 15 or something at that point anyway, so. Desolator is done for the Nature's Prophet, so that's what he's going to go. That's just more extra damage coming out from Universe. Now he can actually potentially solo some heroes on the other team. And that's going to be pretty nice when he wants to go for a push. And with 4 of C, they have damage coming out from Blom. He can do some decent damage, especially if he gets the static link going. But it's tough. They're in a situation where they're just so starved for farm here with all of their, heroes that do damage, that they're in a position really where they can't come out ahead on team fights. They kind of either have to trade or lose team fights, essentially. And especially now with Daedalus is completing up for EG, I mean, there's just going to be too much damage. They do a nice job of focusing when they can with the Ensnare, when there's no Aegis, when there's no cheese, things of that nature. I mean, they're fighting into an Aegis and a cheese, and they still did relatively okay in that fight. They're smoked up, they're looking for a potential gank in their own jungle, but there's nobody here right now. They could potentially find MSS, but he's just going to go ahead and Shadow Blade out of there. That's a Moonlight Shadow going as well. They actually have 2 gems on their team. So they've got double the vision right now. They're looking for double the true sight, and they could find it on MSS. He's actually going to grab his Daedalus before he dies. Oh, no, Fog, no! Oh, alright. Well, what did you expect? She's just a Crystal Maiden. So Fog gets caught out, unfortunately. Universe is going to throw up his Nature's Wrath. And he might go for a push somewhere, or he might just head back home. 4 of C, they're going to push mid out a little bit here. Oh, Universe looking for bottom racks. Going to grab it. And that was Battle Trance being used as well. So that's just how easy it is. There's only 1 set of racks left and 1 tier 3. And then it's your tier 4 is next. So 4 of C are in some trouble. They've got to take a big fight next. And might be at Roshan. They could try to defend at base with a song, with a well-placed arrow. They might be able to survive with Hand of God, with Mech. And Blom could do some damage, and I think he wants to get that AC completed up, but he needs a Hyperstone, and that's only about 1,900 gold away, so I guess 800. Well, and then you've got the recipe on top of that. So Blom is still pretty far away from that AC, and he'd probably want to save for buyback as well, which he'll have in about 2 minutes and 35 seconds. So if you can hold it on for that long, get buyback, they might be able to defend, but I don't know, at this point, EG would be a big throw. I mean, they're down. I mean, the experience is actually, it's pretty much negligible at this point. The gold is really what matters, though. I mean, experience is going to eventually change no matter what, but gold is looking real good. Krilly actually has the most net worth in the game, however, with the Shivas, with the Bloodstone, which is, by the way, at 18 charges, so if he dies, he's not going to be dead for too long. He's also got 3,000 gold in the bank, so he'll love buyback as well. And, EG somehow got behind enemy lines here, and potential song might come out. Shadowblade, they do see Fear right now. Doom going up. Fear in some trouble. Fear might be falling next. There's Hand of God. Fear looks like he might just fall. Stringbeat's dead, however. Krilly in trouble. He's going to get focused. Double kill for Jo. Now, Nagasire getting focused. There's the Sprout going as well. Oh, just too much damage from Universe and the Desolator here. Buyback coming in from the Rana. It's not going to matter. Boomski, he's somehow not getting seen here. They don't have the true sight. Arrow's gonna hit on Jo right now. Stringbeat. Oh, damage being stolen. MSS 4-step back out from Universe. Nicely done there. Blom. BKB's up right now. Desolator going. Damage as well. Stringbeat getting focused. He's gonna get 4-step to the high ground and leap to the high ground. Now, Krilly on the backside. Looking for more. Looking for Fog. Looking for MSS. Shadowblade going forward. Now, Jo wants to focus on Krilly. There's the Timber Chain. Mirana's gonna grab the kill on Universe in the meantime. There's the Whirling Axe going as well. Double kill for Stringbeat now as he gets the kill on MSS. But he might go down here. Can they get him out alive? It looks like they can, but Fog's going to roam on through. There's the Frostbite. He doesn't have Crystal Nova. He's got to try to get out. He has no jump charges. Stringbeat with a triple kill. And somehow, they're able to take a big fight, and EG have to back off again. And I believe Fear did buy back. Absolutely did. So, I mean, that flow was all over the place. Stringbeat with a big buyback, and that's just how it works. I mean, he had buyback that time around. He's actually able to do some decent damage. He's able to get some pickoffs. A triple kill, in fact, so, I mean, that's pretty damn good. So they need Roshan, it looks like. EG's got to wait for another Rosh. They cannot fight again. I mean, they weren't able to win that fight, and I don't know. I think that was just not the best initiation for them. Did not work out in their favor. I don't even think they used Song. No, they didn't. I think Naga got focused down too quickly. So Roshan up in about a minute and 10 seconds. Give or take a couple of seconds. And that's the Scythe of Eyes done for the Timbersaw, and well, EG, I don't know, man. This is it's getting scary. I've seen this movie before. I mean, Fear just gets focused too quickly. I mean, he runs in. I think he's been in the front for most of these last couple of fights. I'll point out that Joe's the only with buyback available right now, so we'll keep that in mind. We'll check it out next time we see a fight here. But MSS as well, he's kind of stagnated. He's got that Daedalus and he's got the BKB. And when he got that Daedalus, it was kind of like, all right, well, he just kind of stopped there. I mean, if we look at his GPM, he's at 402. Fear is almost on par with him. Crilly is really doing some decent farm as well, but it's kind of a problem when, I mean, he does have a Scythe, which is nice, but at the same time, if you're going to get doomed, none of this is going to matter, really. And like I said earlier. You're like, yeah, I'm going to throw out, you know, my right click with my little chainsaw hand, but it's not going to matter. He is level 23, so he is farmed. Alright, and they're pushing out bottom lane. There's actually two tier 2s that's still available in this game. They have not been able to really get to these. I mean, with this guy doing all this work, I mean, it's not surprising to see why. They're going to look for this tier 2, potentially try to defend against Universities, trying to push it into the bases. There's no set of Raxes here. You can just go for this Rax or the tier 4 even. Rilly's going to get sent home, and he's going to try to stop that. The rest of EG is actually pushing in mid now. They want to maybe go for a tier 3. They're going to sit on the high ground and wait. Fear can't get there just yet. He's going for BKB next, by the way. That's a smart pickup. So now everyone's TPing back, well, at least just Jo is. Roshan is available. And 4FC, well, they don't have all of their heroes here. And actually, MSS could... Oh, boy. They've got a Sentry Ward. They need that ensnare, or they need the song, or they need something. Luckily, they didn't initiate. There they go, MSS, Dragon Form. There's the Dragon Tail, and Snare, BKB, Song of the Siren's gonna go right now. It's a little too late. Here's Blom, however, they want to focus this. They can use the Static Link in just a second. Are they going to? Yes, MSS getting focused out. Freezing Field on the backside. Fog still alive. He is gonna fall, though. Now, Blom getting focused as well. Getting bashed up. Will he survive is the question. 2 for 1 right now. Crilly is doomed as well. I don't know if he can make it. He can't use his items. He's gonna go down next. It's on top of that. Crilly will buy back into the game. Now Universe taking a tier 3 tower. He's going to back off String, but he's going to get hexed up. 4-step from Universe. He's going to TP out now. The only one going down was Fog. They're going to go for Roche and EG. They're looking strong now. Not that they weren't looking strong before.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
So that's Aegis for Jail. Gems on the ground. Cheese for MSS. BKB for Doom. They've got everything they need, I think, to push into the tier 3. I mean, there just isn't much that 4FC can do. So despite playing a really great 48-minute game, I'm not sure if there's a whole lot longer for them. We'll see if they can get back into this with a good team fight, however. I mean, there is some buybacks now for the Dire team. Blom has one himself, but he's the only one on the Radiant side, I believe. 345 last hits for Crilly. He's really done his job pushing out that, of course, top lane. His Universe has been kind of making his home there. He's going to make his home bottom lane for now, but he's also got some decent farm on top of himself. And that's a Scotty. Alright. So Jo finishing up his Scotty. He's got his Aegis. I don't think he'll farm buyback. He probably thinks he doesn't need it. He's probably not wrong. Well, Fear's going to go ahead and try to push in the mid lane, waiting for the rest of his team here. Universe is going to go ahead and split push and maybe just try to get an opening here. Get them spread out. And that's the thing. That's really what they want. Fogged has his ultimate. It's level 3, by the way. He's level 16 now, so that's some damage going. Where they're going to go is the question. Gem of True Sight purchased up for Crilly. They need vision. They realize they don't have it. Here we go. Universe trying to push out bottom. Really going right on in right now. He's going to get sent home. So a little bit of a bait. Oh. Battle Trance going now. They want to take this Rax. Getting focused. This Rax is taking too much damage. They got to use the fortification. They're going to use the Song of the Siren instead. Blom. The Static Link. Look how many stacks it's getting. Jail. All of his damage is gone right now. They need to focus somebody. MSS doing some damage to Boomski. Boomski's getting blown up. Boom. Now Blom. He's focused down. Blom is going to go down as well. Crilly's getting doomed. There's the freezing field. Blom's going to buy back. Crilly in some trouble. The rolling axes. Can he make it out alive? I don't think so. There's the Shiva's guard. Will he make it out? Chakram's flying back. He might actually make it. He's going to get frostbitten. Blom is dead as well. He's going to go down. 4 down on the side of 4FC. That's the tier 4s. That is game. That's game number 1. in an action-packed game, EG's able to take it after maybe some heart-pounding moments, a couple of mistakes, but nonetheless, they're able to take game number 1. And I gotta say, 4FC, they defended their last breath, and I give them props for that, but in the end, it is EG victorious in a best-of-2 series, so it's 1-0 EG right now, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another game coming up for you in just a moment, so stick around, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on BTS. My name is Mont. And just stick around, everybody. We'll be in game number 2 in just a second, so stick around.